Straight down camera one.
Yeah.
Cool. Nico, do you want to intro this week?
I can intro, yeah.
Yeah, go on. We've all taken it in turns, haven't we?
Yeah, sure. Tell
What
me
if
where. Give me a 3 count.
Just down there. And 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chelsea Echo podcast. To quote my man here, back once again like a renegade master. You're being joined by all three of us here. We have got the engineer, Mr. Mooch.
Good evening.
We've got the man himself, Louis Beneventi.
You stole my
L to the B.
catchphrase.
I did, yeah.
You stole my catchphrase.
Before we get on to that, and me, the one and only, Nico Leroux.
You stole my catchphrase.
Back once again like a renegade master.
Absolute banger, and I've been using that for about 2-3 years, and then now you're just taking it.
What's the word I'm looking for? Jacked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Completely jacked. We have got a lot to talk about this week, guys, but
Mm.
I am just doing intros. Louis, I think over to you, my friend.
Yes, hello, welcome. So this evening, gentlemen, obviously, while we're at the Vauxhall Comedy Club, in case you didn't know, it's right above us as well. So thank you, Mitch, for sorting us out with that, as per usual.
No worries.
Obviously, the Premier League is literally right around the corner, less than a week away.
It's so exciting.
So we're going to be going through our...
Is it Saturday?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Saturday.
But Monday for us.
Monday for us. Monday Night Football, under the lights.
Very good. Good Sky Sports slot. No BT Sports messing with what I can and can't watch. Sky Sports there. 8 p.m. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got BT and Sky because
Nah.
mainly because I stole Sky off my cousin, but he doesn't know about that.
I've
But-
got a dodgy little Amazon thing which gets me everything.
Oh yes,
Hit
where'd
me
you
up in
get
the DMs if you want to.
Hang on, what? You get all the matches on Amazon?
We shouldn't be broadcasting this.
that? Yes, if you would ever like to work with a Sky, that did not happen. Mooch is actually a very, very valuable member of society.
What was it?
and
It's
doesn't
not
do
be
stuff.
in or be. What was it? Be out.
Be in sports.
Yeah, but then the Saudi government pirated it and just called it be out.
Leave.
Really?
Yes. That's why the Newcastle takeover didn't happen, because the Saudi government funded basically because BN is it Qatari owned.
Yeah.
And they don't get along. And they started selling these boxes just called Be Out box, and they just steal the Be In satellite feed and pirate it to everyone. It was like £19 or $19
Shots.
to buy the box.
Oh my god,
That is awful.
Can I start a new segment based on that for the season? We could give out an award. Like a
I thought you were about to say we're going to give out Be Out box.
No. We could do if you want to hook us up, Saudi Arabia. But I think outside of that,
I don't think we should be asking for Saudi Arabia for sponsorship. There's a limit.
All favours.
Well, what about we like the award for shithousery of the season, and then you can do our monthly
Fuckery of
show.
the season.
Mourinho every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, have you guys been watching the?
Yeah, I
order?
watched the first. Oh, the first 4. Is that all that's up? Isn't there?
6 up now.
Is it 6?
As-
Okay.
as
You've lost me. First what?
Have you not seen All or Nothing?
All or
Who,
Nothing, the Tottenham doc.
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh my
It's
god.
really good.
Yeah?
It's really good. Daniel Levy and Jose come out great in this.
Mm.
I've seen the one up until where we beat them. And that's it. But then I saw a clip with he's the right back or the Danny Rose.
Oh, Danny Rose.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
imagine he didn't come off
Oh
looking
my
so good.
No, so he actually made some really valid points. Like you're saying, I'm not playing. You want me to basically do a man of the match performance to actually get minutes every single time.
Yeah.
And then it's a really constructive conversation. And then he goes to Mourinho, and you tell Daniel I'm coming to speak to him later as well. And I'm there going, why did you say that? How can you say that?
Well, you can
Mourinho.
Well, I mean, look, this is the insight that we love.
Yeah.
Kind of because they've just got these tiny little cameras in the manager's, office.
Yep.
So you're getting.
Yeah, you're pulling the curtain back, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's
cool.
kind of like it's a lesson in management. Like Mourinho is. It's very simple, just communicating and being fair.
Mm.
Like you see the Ericsson sort of quandary of, is he going to stay? I don't think he's going to stay. We can try again. All right, cool, we can try again. It's kind of like, I don't know, for anyone who's been in any sort of managerial role before, it's not easy to do this stuff. Sometimes, it's kind of, and when it's not easy to do it when you're managing someone who's on minimum wage fucking flipping burgers. But
Right.
when you're managing someone who is a superstar, is on fucking 50 grand a week and has got an agent telling him all this other stuff, it's just a complete sort of
Yeah.
Well, it's just what I was
Minefield.
raising with you the other day, wasn't I? It's like you need people who are good man managers, not people who are just good tacticians.
No,
Yeah.
100%. But I think it was a really interesting point where it was sort of like Mourinho raised point of saying for everything to work to sign a player, you need to have the player to be happy, the manager to be happy, the chairman to be happy, the family to be happy, and the agent to be happy.
Basically, people are happy.
And the
That's-
fans.
And the
That
fans.
no.
I mean, that, we'll get on to
True.
that as one of the other topics. Is actually something I saw today from the Telegraph, and that's Willian telling Thiago Silva he would have stayed at Chelsea if he knew he was going to Chelsea.
I don't know if that's true.
But we can still talk about it.
Yeah, well, we will, but I
It's
don't
nice.
think it's true.
But yeah, anyway,
What's the topics
to
for
kick
today,
off.
Louis?
Okay, so we're going for our Premier League predictions, basically. So what I'm
For
thinking
the
we're going to
season
do,
or the month?
we'll go. Should we go for the month and we'll work it through and see?
And it can be like a recurring segment
Exactly.
for the podcast.
and see, and we could do like, you know how Mark Lawrenson does the again when he
The
does the
thing
fantasy
on the-
football, and he basically does the table. We can do a table between the three of us to show who is the superior mind when it comes to football, and it will be me.
Fine.
Well, that's on,
Fine.
that's on camera.
That's just mind games, not what I mean. But anyway,
I mean,
if we get straight into it,
Should we put some money into it? Make it sort of tasty?
I'd say let's put some money. Should we
I'd
do-
say let's put
raise,
some money into
raise
it.
some money for charity. I'd say.
No. No.
now we can see all this lovely equipment around and we
Yes!
know why it can be afforded. Mooch be like, I don't believe in charity.
No, I do.
I'm actually crying.
All right, come on, crack on.
Oh.
We're playing Brighton opening game.
Okay, so our first three Premier League games, we've got Brighton away, Liverpool at home, and West Brom away. So I'm going 2-1 away at Brighton.
Do you want to make a note of these somewhere?
Yeah, I've got it here. So I'm
Well,
going to
we're recording it.
yeah.
No, but we don't want to go through the recording each time when we
Okay.
bring it up on the next show, do we?
So
Yeah, true.
Brighton versus Chelsea. I'm going 3-1.
Well, it's gone up now.
I'm feeling dangerous. I'm going 3-1.
Things have changed in the last week. I understand that.
True.
Nico gone.
I'm gonna say 3-0.
To Brighton.
Yes.
3-0 to Brighton.
No,
3-0
no,
to
no.
Chelsea, you donut.
No, but I just said 3-0 to Brighton. You went, yes. Okay, Luke.
As in, I thought you meant as in 3-0 where we would get that result against Brighton. I thought.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah, no.
My
okay,
misunderstanding.
go
My
on, go on,
apologies.
Luke, what's yours?
Opening game of the season. COVID isolation situation. I'm going to say 1-0 to Chelsea.
Love that. Right.
I just think opening game of the season. I just think Brighton finished the season strong, and it was only 3-4 weeks ago.
I know. That's it. We played them obviously in
Yeah, and they did
Fisher.
quite well against us. Although, truth be told, we completely let them back into that game. Which
story of our last.
I think
two or three.
we're bedding in a lot of players potentially.
we are.
It probably won't have all the superstars in there straight away.
Well, Ziyech won't be there by the looks of it.
Yeah,
Oh, is he- is
Ziyech.
his-
Needs
Still
well,
gone.
he's 75% chance of playing, but Ziyech isn't. He's injured. He's got
yeah.
a knock.
So Hakim Ziyech and Ben Chilwell both unavailable.
But we do have Thiago Silva.
It's good. Is he actually? Will he be available? Because I thought it was 2
Why
weeks. He
not?
had to isolate.
What, from France?
Yeah, he has to isolate for 2 weeks.
Well, he's been here now a week, hasn't he?
Isn't he training
Or
yet?
more?
No, yeah, no, he's not even trained yet.
Well, maybe he won't play.
Can I revise my score if Thiago Silva's not playing?
Yeah,
I
go
was
on.
genuinely under the impression he was playing. I'm going to say 2-1 if he's not playing.
Okay. Yeah, so he won't be playing, I don't think. Right, Liverpool at home. I'm going for Liverpool to beat us 1-0.
Snake.
I don't think we'll win.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Liverpool, and we're playing them at home.
Yeah.
1-0 Chelsea.
I'd love for that to be true. I don't think Liverpool are going to win the league. It's hard to do it again. I think there might be.
Actually, no. Do you know what? I'm being fucking stupid here.
Oh.
I'm being a completely rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah, but it's
fan
fun
of a
and it's
moron.
cool. There's...
It's fun. If I'm being real, it's going to be 3-1 Liverpool.
You're going 3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, I think they're going to really fucking hurt us.
Oh my god. Okay, right, and then it's West Brom away.
2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah, 2-0 Chelsea. I'll echo that.
So all 2-0.
Sorry, fair enough.
Okay, yeah, no, that was my fault as well. So all 2-0. So that's what we've got there. Obviously, leave your predictions down in the comment section below. Yeah. But yeah,
Is there a reason you've gone German? Was it like a small little spoiler, some indication of what might be coming for our front line, huh?
well, yeah,
You
it
can
was, but it was-
you managed to do all of these like sort of French accents very well, but then this German accent. That you
No,
just
you're not,
throw
darling.
in.
It's a German accent. It's a bit more like I'm in a little lederhosen. You know,
sound a
I
bit more scouse.
I've got my boyfriend with me. Yeah, we're going to go.
No,
and
they're
have
not
a
all
beer.
gay.
No, I'm not saying the Germans are gay. I'm saying the
You're
way
gay.
that my well, certainly the way that my accent manifests itself is a bit.
Sounding,
don't
a, bit,
sound
sounding a bit
German.
Dutch there.
Hergy
Manifested it.
You know what?
That was
Fuck you
stupid.
both.
Oh, he's hergy burgy.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy.
We've gone off track.
We've got
again.
we do that all the time. We're so good at that. Anyway,
Echoes and tangents, my friend.
anyway, so obviously we've gone through the predictions. Let's actually talk about the Brighton game and obviously how we feel about that.
Is Ben White playing?
I believe so.
White.
White.
So there's a white. Oh god. Yeah, Ben White will be playing for Brighton probably.
Interesting. Yeah, my prediction stands.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no fans at this game, is there? Although didn't we just play them in as a friendly?
Yeah, it was like a test run, so there
And
was
they had
2.5k people there.
Yeah.
I think they're going to let fans into stadiums again as of October. They're saying, but at the same time,
Anything
been
could
an-
happen.
yeah, and there's been an increase in Kenneth cases
Hmm.
over the past, few days.
It's literally changing day by day, isn't it? Anyway, less about the global bastard and more about football.
Call him Kenneth. No one likes Kenneth.
My dad's called now.
No, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I just can't wait to sort of see some of these new signings, and I'm scared because there's pressure now.
So much pressure.
There's like last season.
There was nothing on. You know, that 4-0 to
It was-
United, we all thought, we didn't deserve to get spanked like that. And also, well, he's got a team of kids to
Yeah.
play with. Now he's got some worldies in there. They're young, but they're worldies.
Is this possibly the most outrageous transfer window there has been?
Certainly since Abramovich first came, I
Yeah.
don't think anything will outdo that.
I think if we're talking about outrageous, there was the transfer where we signed Tal Ben Haim and Steve Sidwell. That was just completely outrageous.
Jalobi, what's his
And
name?
Yossi
Happy
Benayoun.
Diliboji.
And Yossi
Diliboji.
Benayoun.
Was Yossi Benayoun in that window?
Pretty sure.
No, he was.
I mean, like,
no.
so was it 04-05 when we had? That was a great transfer window.
Yeah, that was Mourinho's first window.
Was that Ranieri / Mourinho?
Ranieri brought in all the really
Yeah, so
glitz and
Ranieri
glamour
brought
players,
in
I think. He
Robin.
got Robin, he got Petr Cech, he
Yeah.
got Damien Duff. Like, he did some good.
Glenn Johnson was our first signing in the Abramovich
Yeah,
era.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Joe Cole? as
Do you
well?
remember
Joe
when
Cole.
there was a rumor that we were after Christian Vieri at the time?
Yeah.
That would have been amazing. I would have loved to. have
But
seen
then we
him
got
at Chelsea.
Crespo.
Yeah. Right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I thought Crespo actually did okay for us.
I rated him.
I like Crespo.
Yeah. Solid.
Good
don't-
player.
I don't understand why people call him a flop, really.
He was not a flop.
No, but that's it. But
He
it's-
was never going to be a 30 goal or 25 goal a season striker, but he would always get you goals. He was a 10 to 15 goal a season striker, and that's what he did for
Mm.
most part.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of this window, right now, confirmed signings for Chelsea. Malang Sarr obviously went straight back on. What is going to go straight back out on loan? Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, and Hakim Ziyech.
And we've got that other one, Mbumiyanga, I think he's called.
Oh,
Miyamba,
yeah,
Miyamba.
That's it,
Miyamba,
no one
that's
could
it.
say it's a Miyamba.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's still there's potentially two more signings. There's potentially another goalkeeper and maybe Declan Rice. And I'm just thinking, like, I don't know of any other sort of transfer window where there's been realistically probably more first team signings.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
These
mean?
aren't
So
squad
like,
players,
it's
are
not
they?
it's not like a tweak or a little addition here. It's okay, cool. Look, Thiago Silva straight into the first team.
Yeah.
Ben Chilwell, as soon as he's fit, straight into the first
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Kai Havertz straight into the first
Yeah.
team. Ziyech straight into the first team. Werner straight into the first team. If we get a new goalkeeper, he's probably going to go straight into the first team. And if we get Declan Rice, he's going to be straight into the first team. So 7 first team signings in
Yeah,
one
it's
transfer
crazy.
window. It's mental.
It's
I
crazy.
don't know how I feel about that. if I'm honest.
Well, I don't think he's going to play them all. I mean, and also this is not with like a proper preseason.
Mm.
It's not like he's had since June to bed these players in because we were playing till 3 weeks ago.
Mm.
Some of them, half of them are in half the squad is in isolation because of COVID from holidays or
Kenneth.
Kenneth.
sorry, whatever.
Take
It's
us
the
monetization.
monetization.
We'll
gone.
just bleep it out. Are we getting much money on? Like, who's watching this at the moment? It's episode 2. It's not like it's 10,000, but like it's
Yet.
seven first team players potentially. That's insane.
It is. Now, there's two things I want to raise with this influx of first team players. We touched on this a bit off radio, off mic last week, just having a chat. You and me keep on having differing opinions about where Kai Havertz is going to fit in. I mean, the BBC did an article about him today, and it was very, very clear he can play in a number of positions. They all see him. There you go. They all see him as a kind of a number 10, and he's the sort of player who's going to be able to link up and really, really feed some creative balls through to Ziyech and Pulisic. Now, what I said is that I was worried that Pulisic would be the one who makes way for the new front three, but it seems like from what they're reporting that he's going to be part of that front three with Havertz playing behind him,
And Werner up
which
front.
then makes me think poor Mason Mount.
No, I don't think so, because I think Mason Mount is what one. I think Havertz can play as a striker. He played as a striker for Leverkusen this season and banged in a lot of goals. He's tall. He's not the most physically imposing, but he's
got amazing feet.
yeah.
Like, did you watch that
Yeah, I watched that.
highlight
I watched the
video?
highlights, yeah.
Those tricks he does, man. He's got a very interesting mix of like Balak's vision and kind of
So
Damien Duff's footwork.
the
It's a
interesting
really
thing
interesting
about
combo.
Havertz is he was a tiny player. So like I was watching some doc about him, I think on the Bundesliga channel, and he had
On
a
Amazon.
massive growth spurt
Yeah.
when he was sort of 14, 15. So like he was kind of a really low center of gravity sort of jinxy sort of player, and then shot up like a beanpole. Had to adapt his game, but it's still he's kind of got the best of both worlds. So it's kind of it's a
Well, he's so versatile. I mean, and in this article, Joachim Löw, the national team coach of Germany, has even been known to use him sometimes in central midfield as a proper out-and-out number 8, and on one or two occasions even pushed him back to number 4. So he's really. I'm not saying number 4 is where he needs to.
Should we
play.
try him in goal? Like, is this
But you know what I mean? He's diverse. He's really, really diverse.
But this is all Lampard signings. They're all kind of
and they all seem to want to play for him.
yeah.
Like,
I wonder
of-
what
of-
he's selling. I wonder what he's telling them. I wonder what the sort of the plan that he's selling these players is, because everyone seems to be on board with it.
Yeah. Yeah, literally everyone. The players, the board, like everyone seems to be on
Does
this.
he have dirt on everyone? Is this the thing? He's just going like
He
he's just got
must do.
blackmailing
So
everyone.
it's Sven-Göran Eriksson
Yeah.
and Ulrika Johnson, isn't it? There's a throwback for you.
But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. I think there was an article that said Mason Mount wasn't happy. Did you see that floating about on
Yeah,
Twitter?
that was a load of shite.
And then one
Was
of
it the Sun?
It was Christian Falk, who was actually quite a reliable journalist normally. And then Mason Mount's dad came out on
Just
Twitter and
with
was
a load
like,
of
yeah, it was like,
laughing
this is,
emojis.
yeah, like this is a load of shit. Like he's absolutely fine. I think what Lampard's done is he's strengthened key areas where we already had existing talent to spur that talent on because they're so young. And then on top of that as well, you've got like it just means that we have the depth now. Like, you look at that bench. If you're going to start Kai Havertz, you're going to have Mason Mount on the bench. You start
Who can play as a winger?
exactly. He can do. He can play as an 8. Can play as on the left. He can play on the right. He can play on the 10. No, he's a fantastic player. He was my player of the season last year.
Yeah, same.
Over the whole thing. I think obviously Kovacic got it. Fair enough.
Mm.
But there's obviously a lot of strength and depth there now.
The other one I want to raise, though, because I said there was two that were worrying me. I do think that Mason Mount, if Havertz is used in that 10 role, Mason might struggle to, unless they go
we play
kind of a reverse
4-3-3,
diamond. Yeah,
And then there's going to be
4-3-3.
Mount. I think it's going to be more Ruben who might be not getting the game.
I agree.
I agree with that.
Can I be honest though? Ruben Loftus-Cheek after restart, yes, he didn't string a lot of games together. He didn't really impress me. And I
Not
think,
like he did during England during the World Cup.
no.
But
This
this
is
is
the
the thing. That like again coming back from an injury, and it's I don't know. Look, Cho didn't do amazingly either.
No.
He had flashes of it. but like it's such a confidence sort of.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
difference is confidence players confidence plays such an important role in this.
No, it's true.
If you get a couple of great goals, a couple of great games, and you're on top of the world and you're unplayable. And I think just before the World Cup, Ruben was on that.
Oh, absolutely.
That was when he was on loan. He was just smashing it for Crystal Palace, wasn't it? And he was a different player. But I think that the problem Ruben Loftus-Cheek has is he's still considered a young player. He's not a young player anymore. He's
What is he, 24?
25. But he's now, for me,
He's coming into the best years of his career.
he's in a lot of danger this year of turning into Jesse Lingard, that player which was supposed to be the next big thing. I was a really young, talented player. Jesse Lingard's 27, and he's scored 1 goal right at the end of the season.
He's older than that, I think.
He's 27, 28. I mean, have a look. Jesse Lingard.
While we're on the topic of Warriors, we were saying the other player that we've mentioned who hasn't signed for us yet, but it looks likely.
Bloody hell,
Jesus Christ!
What is going? In case you didn't know, we're actually in the comedy club. We're actually underneath the train tracks.
Awesome.
So I saw that was Thiago Silva running across the top.
It's Declan Rice that worries me. Not because I don't rate him, but because that makes me think if Lampard's bringing in Declan Rice, I have a feeling he's going to offload N'Golo Kante, and that I think would be really stupid.
Well, this is a big sort of topic of debate amongst all of the Chelsea channels, all the Chelsea fans, and I kind of see both sides of this argument. In that he's coming to sort of his autumn years of his career. He's a lot more injury prone.
Yeah.
At points last season with Jorginho and Kovacic, they worked really well together in a double pivot. Is he a box to box?
No.
He's not a Makaleli.
No.
Well,
isn't he?
No. He's an interceptor midfielder.
Yeah, he's not. I'm sure he probably could, but like I don't know if, I don't know if changing your style of play when you're approaching 30 is as easy as some players make it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a Scholes or a Lampard or a Gerrard sort of where they
Keane.
Keane. So I mean it's a last opportunity to make some big bucks on him. Not that we'll make our money back and sort of allow.
He's going to be valued at about 60 million in N'Golo Kante.
I don't know. I don't know if you pay 60 million for a 29, 30-year-old.
I think
best player in the world in his position, though. I mean, that can't be a debate.
No,
there's what's the name? The Real Madrid
Casemiro.
Casemiro.
But Casemiro is a straight up defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Whereas Kante is.
But like also this best player in the world didn't have the best season last season because of injury.
Well, he didn't have the best.
Torres was the best striker in the world and had a bit of a dodge.
I was never on board that train, by the way.
He's the World Cup winner, European Cup winner, whatever.
So
and
then Pedro then is the best winger by that logic.
He was one of the. When he was in that Barca team,
yeah, he was unreal.
He was unreal.
I think if it was me,
would you take Rice over Kante?
Yes, but let me explain my logic. So, as Mooch has already stated, he's coming towards the back end of his career. I'd love to still have Kante in the squad. Realistically, we probably could have both of them.
Yeah.
But in terms of your centre-half options, you're not going to completely change the centre-half pairing, especially when Zuma had quite a good season last year. You brought in Thiago, so you disagree on that? Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have to agree to disagree on that one. But
I think he did have a good season. I think I was astounded by your opinion last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever we did this last. But you're entitled to be wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, Declan Rice, I think. So N'Golo Kante, if the right price came in, I'd think about it. With Declan Rice, you're getting a player who's played successive Premier League games and hasn't missed one since he was 19. So it was 19, 20,
similar to
21.
Malang Sarr. He's got 100 odd appearances and he's 21 or 20.
Exactly. And on top of that as well, he's a Chelsea fan. He understands the team. He is potentially a future club captain.
Whoa, easy.
No. I'm being easy.
I
will
you
stand
can
by
see
that.
that. You can see that. Look, he's a Chelsea fan. He came through the youth system to a degree and then got booted at what 14 or whatever.
15, I think.
15. He gets along with the other players. You know, they're part of that same youth team setup. He's that vocal leader. I could see him as a team captain. You know, I'd like to see him play alongside Thiago for a season or two, or have that sort of
But he's not
mentorship.
going to be deployed there.
Oh, he's going to be a centre back.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I don't. I
sure.
reckon that's why I think they're getting rid of. There's this talk of Kante being offloaded to make room for him. I think that he's going to be playing in front of the
we've got
defence.
Ampadu as well for that.
Ampadu's going on loan to Sheffield United.
He's not getting a fucking shout in our team.
Yeah, no, but
He should
I
be.
think he will. I think he's young, and I think he will be a first team player at Chelsea at some point in the next 3 years.
In the next 3 years, definitely. At this present moment, Ampadu's not getting in that team.
Yeah. I think £70 million for Declan Rice is crazy.
Well, this thing. So
Well,
we've
we
already
agree, but that Marina's not
yeah.
going to let that happen.
This is it. Marina, was it 80 million we were quoted for Ben Chilwell? She got that.
90 million for Havertz. We got him for 71.
She'll get the price down. She's a.
Was she an estate agent or something before? Like she just
I mean, Marina Grabaskaya, if you drove a Mini, please do let us know. All estate agents have those.
she works for Russian Foxtons.
Oh my god! I can't. I genuinely right now I can't.
us, you want
here to buy it.
I can't talk about estate agents because I've just moved into my place and the estate agents I dealt with were a bloody nightmare.
Where were they from?
I won't be
Russia.
doing that because,
Mother Russia.
Mother Russia.
Oh,
They're
you
from
buy house.
the gutter. That's where most estate.
they're from Earlsfield.
Earlsfield.
Yeah, and they all drove Minis and had like really velvety voices while they're trying to sell me stuff.
No, I mean, which agency was it?
I can't divulge that information because I don't want to give them free publicity.
Yeah, I don't think this is publicity if you're slagging them off.
I think you should definitely name drop.
Sound ends. But outside of that, we move forward here. Obviously, we're talking about. Obviously, let us know your thoughts on Declan Rice. If you think he would come into the side, would you offload N'Golo Kante for him? I'm in the camp of right now. I think about it, but to be honest, we don't need to because our net spend right now is about 10 million or like 40 or 50.
40, yeah.
I'd love to keep N'Golo Kante. I think if we do, it'll be a make or break season to see how much he plays. I think the board and the sort of medical team and will have a greater insight into what his body is capable of. Because he was a very dynamic player. Do you know what I mean? And
Very, yeah.
It's not like that's something that is easy to keep hold of going into your 30s, as I know. Like I
know, Mooch.
I used to be a little dynamo, and then I've got old, and everything's breaking.
Sucks, doesn't it?
It's really sad for you too. I'm still,
What, you're dynamic? I've never seen you play football.
I'm actually. We should actually do that.
I can't because I'm broken.
You're probably, what actually happened to you?
He walked.
It's really bad, but I was doing some work in the coffee place opposite me, but it got terrible phone reception. I got a phone call, and so I just sort of lightly jogged outside, and I had like a light pull of the calf. I thought and that was like Monday, Tuesday. Come to Sunday, it felt fine. I was like, oh, it's still a bit funny.
Yeah.
Whistle blows. First sort of like explosive movement of the game. When I was trying to intercept the ball, I felt just something. It felt like someone kicked me or someone just threw something at my calf, and I had to just walk off livid.
So Mooch, you're not going to make an appearance for the Chelsea Echo 5-a-side team, are you?
No.
Anytime soon?
Well, not in the next 3 to 4 weeks, that's for sure.
We have a Chelsea Echo 5-a-side
we actually have a 7-a-side team which is going to be playing. If you support anybody else, and you're interested in playing against the Chelsea Echo 7-a-side team, which can have some content around it, but we will have a staff team as well. Well, we'll intertwine that with the Imperial Wolf Boys.
Oh, very good. You got your goalkeeper then.
Yeah, so you can just I don't know. I'm kind of in 6 side. I am the man who just sort of sits and marshals. At the
Doesn't
back.
move.
No, I move. I move, mate.
So are you the Conte role?
I am the Kante. No, I'm the Kante, but I kind of, there's that really annoying guy whenever you go to take a corner in 6 aside and they just stand right next to you the whole time. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Every single time. I just go and annoy people and start talking to them too much.
You being a football troll, I never would have thought that.
It's in the genes. Thank you, Don Mario, for that. But anyway,
Don Mario.
Don Mario.
Don Mario, indeed. But we've gone through this. Obviously, Kai Havertz we've spoken about. Timo Werner we touched on. Hakim Ziyech is actually someone I'd like to talk about a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
The man's got drip.
He's got drip. He's got drip. But I'm
You're
very
worried.
I'm very worried that he is
The
going to
frame.
have trouble. Yeah. He plays against Brighton. He had the shit kicked out of him, and he was like, "That's it. I'm going off. I'm not coming back."
Yeah, well, look, I mean, he'll get used to it.
Exactly why I think Messi would not be a success in the Premier
I
League.
think Messi's just different level, and also I think
Oh, no, no, whoa, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
also
whoa.
think Messi coming to the league will get treated differently than Hakim Ziyech.
I
Messi
think
comes to the league,
players will want to
referees are going to
kick-
protect him.
Oh, I don't know about that. I
Of
think
course
every
they
defender
are,
in the
of
country is
course.
going to want to have a
Yes.
chunk of him.
Yeah, but it's Messi, and if he,
Can you imagine him going up against someone like Van Dijk when there's not a Champions League referee to protect him? He's going to be eaten. For Jan Bednarek.
well, it's not happening. He's not happening now. He's not leaving.
I know he's not leaving. This is all hypothetical now, but
I feel like
I would have liked to have seen him in the Premier
I would
League.
love to.
but
he'll come next year. He's not signing a new contract.
No.
Yeah.
I think, but I mean, we've touched.
I
on it
think
before.
Barcelona was stupid, frankly. If I can just briefly touch on that, you've got the chance. Not that they were going to get 700 million. We've all seen the contract now; it's online, and they were never getting that for him. It
No.
wasn't going to happen. He was going to take their ass to court, and he didn't want to do that, so he's going to leave for free. They're stupid. They could have
Because-
got 200 mil for him, easy,
Mhm.
easy.
I don't know if they'd have got 200. Maybe.
200 mil for Messi.
I suppose
City would have
we got
paid
106. Oh, this is the thing. We got 160 for fucking Hazard. Do you see this?
Well, no, it was
With
18.
add-ons, yeah.
18 and
It's
on.
going up to 160 because they won La Liga or something.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
With the add-ons, that's spot on.
Hazard scores one goal, gets us an extra 80 million. Proper Chelsea.
Oh,
Is
Eden
that-
Hazard?
He
Man.
literally had he barely played. He was so injured for Real Madrid last year, and he scored one goal right at the end, and it's getting us 80 million.
All those images of him kissing the badge, cover of FIFA,
Oh,
and then all goes to Shep.
I tell you what, he'll come good though. I can feel that already.
Yeah, I
He's
think,
too good to not come good.
but I don't know if he's the elite mentality that you need. Look at Gareth Bale.
Yeah. Although I still maintain,
He's so
look
good.
at what he did in the final.
He's the
Yeah.
king of shithouser, is Gareth Bale. I won't have it any other way. It's the way.
Yeah.
Gareth Bale is an amazing player. He's been dragged through the mud at Real Madrid, and I actually think people have forgotten how damn good he is.
He's quality.
He's
Well, he
unreal.
didn't play very well for Wales.
No.
But I think that's if you're not playing, you lose that match fitness.
It's the fact that with him as well, like he might have lost that match fitness a bit, and he might be a bit more injured. But if someone said to me tomorrow, you could sign Gareth Bale.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Not-
but it
wouldn't
depends
even-
for what money, and it's like
Gareth Bale, 40 million.
yeah, of
That's
course,
an
for
absolute bargain.
yeah for 40 million.
That's what he's been
Injury
saying.
prone 31-year-old.
Is that what he's going for?
Would he be
I
worth
can see
much
I
more?
could see him at bloody Everton.
Tottenham again.
Oh, but can we talk about
Everton's signings are kind of going under the radar a bit because of Chelsea, but
They've, I think, you could argue
Rodriguez.
they've had a better transfer window than we have, just by the fact that
You could
signed
argue
Shut
that, but let's not.
no, I don't think you can argue that.
I think it's it's a wonder transfer window. Like
It's
can-
great.
Can you imagine? I just want to imagine James Rodriguez walking through Toxteth or Norris Green. Can you imagine that?
No,
It's like it's mad. It's like
Such a
don't
coup,
know.
isn't it?
it's a mad. But let's see how well he does. I mean, that midfield is going to be very interesting next year. And they signed Allen.
Gylfi, and they've still got Gylfi, haven't they?
Gylfi Sigurdsson
Who I
probably he's on the
really
move.
rate. Oh, is he?
He's probably
Shame.
going to be going DC United.
Oh, right, okay.
You heard it here first.
So that's bullshit? Or is that legit?
It's legit.
Or is not one of your Jamie Vardy?
No. Okay, can I defend myself on that Jamie Vardy transfer story? I had a very good tip-off of someone who told me about Alvaro Morata and Bakayoko, who then told me about Jamie Vardy. And then from there, I was like, right, okay, hi, welcome to the other camera. I was then told Jamie Vardy could be coming to Chelsea. So I thought, you know what? I'll take a punt on it because he got 2 right so far, and it went wrong.
Ooh.
There are a lot of transfer stories that went wrong, but then it just also goes to prove how easy it is to make a transfer story. Because that
course
we
it
were,
is.
we reported
Just
that
work
was
for-
in one
just work for the
football and
Sun.
all the other. Oh yeah, well there's that as well. Who?
The scum.
Good boy. But outside of that, it's I think if we move forward.
Hang on, what?
What?
Oh, fuck, I'll let that one
Yeah,
slide.
yeah, good. But I mean, if we're looking at it as well, there's another thing to talk about here, and that's actually about Chelsea, and they've just this is according to Big Fabula, Fabrizio Romano.
Fabrizio.
Fabrizio saying Chelsea are actually currently in advanced talks. This is from as we're talking right now.
Edouard Mendy.
Yes, this is from.
Edward Mendy.
This is an
There's
an
no
hour ago
W.
recording. This is
Edward Mendy.
Chelsea are in advanced talks and really confident to sign.
Sorry, it's a button I press on this thing.
That's
Oh, wait, hold on,
Fabrizio
what was that?
Romano.
As when I say something wrong in French.
Yeah, so Chelsea are in advanced talks and really confident to sign Edward Mendy, a new goalkeeper from Rennes.
From where?
Wrong.
From
Rennes. Rennes. Not bad.
That's how I got an A in my French A level speaking. I just sound like Arsene Wenger. It's really easy. But yeah, the agreement is going to be completed the next days. Declan Rice is still on the list as a target as well. This is as of an hour ago as we record.
Okay, so was that the eighth first team player potentially? Is Edouard Mendy? Was that good?
Well, he's
Acceptable.
not French, he's Senegalese. So I'm going to be real here. and-
Don't do the African accent.
No. I would not do this, okay?
Oh my god!
No, but real talk.
There we go. It's
I-
gone again. It's my tile button. Thing.
wait, can we press it again?
It's like the PC baby from South Park. He gets really offended when everyone does any sort of racial profiling or stereotype.
I think accents are the next thing that are going to get sort of people, and I don't care.
No,
I don't care.
no.
I mean, it's kind of like if you do a Welsh accent, you're cool. If you do a Chinese one, you're wrong. But
From the valleys, you see this Edouard Mendy coming from Rennes in France.
yeah,
That
that's not
is
bad.
not a good Welsh
A
accent.
very,
I don't
very
think that's
good
bad.
player. It's not
It's
my
better than your
strongest.
German one earlier.
Yeah, what do these German accents? Chelsea are advanced
You
talks.
see, also sounds quite gay, yeah?
What is you with Germans and gays?
No, it's listen to the words coming out of his mouth.
No,
At the, in the belly of Berghain.
yeah, Chelsea are in advanced talks. I don't know, yeah.
Reel it in, Adolf. No,
yeah.
listen, let me be real about this. I don't know anything about Edouard Mendy. I vaguely follow the French league. I'm sure there's
Is
an
he-
army of people out there claiming, yeah, I've been watching him all season. He's mustard. It's like, lies.
It's one of
Lies.
those where it's that Camavinga guy. People are like,
Right.
oh, he's such a good player. Have you ever seen him play?
Shut
No.
up.
Is that
How
this
have you seen him play?
17-year-old?
Yeah.
Mm.
I saw this. I had to Google him, and I was just like, "This is the guy that's going for £70 million."
Where's he actually going to?
I don't know. I just saw someone saying that they thought someone quoted as he's like, "Oh, Camavinga was 70 million at the start of the season or start of COVID, and we're gonna see what price he is now or something."
It's Edward, but with an OUA.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so he's
Yeah, I don't know anything about him. So whether
have a
he's
look.
good or not good, I
Guess
mean,
where
there
we're
seems to be
going,
an
lads.
influx of like quality black goalkeepers now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's actually because I remember I was reading an article a few years ago. There was actually a big thing on that. The fact there was actually very few top level black goalkeepers.
Yeah.
And it's good to see Andre Onana.
Well,
coming through in this
the
guy as well.
African Cup of Nations used to be just a goal fest because
Yeah, right.
the
Right.
keepers were just a bit iffy. But what we've got Onana, we've been linked with half of them.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I think so his current. So this guy's current value is only 6 million.
well,
So
But that
doesn't mean anything.
mean
really.
shit. I
We
mean,
got
as
Petr
much
Cech for like 11 million back in the day.
no,
didn't
but I
we?
know.
but
but
also
this
it's like that transfer. I don't think that's what the agents go off.
No, but it's
Like we did look. I know you put a bid in for 31 million, but it says 32 here, so
I mean,
I'm gonna go with transfer mark.
I'd trust Transfermarkt with my life. I mean, if you look at how many games he played, that's where we can look. He played 24 games in Ligue 1 last year.
How many clean sheets?
9.
Right. So that's not great.
But are
But it is for-
Rennes a
No, they're not
top
a force.
3-4 side?
No. Not even close. Mid-table at a push.
Is he the Senegalese national keeper? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Are they decent?
Senegal are good, yeah.
I thought Holland. Oh no, he's Cameroon, isn't he?
Senegal
Okay,
are
no.
good.
Yeah.
Senegal are good.
Well, look, it's going to be more competition. I think this could be like a little stopgap. So it is, because Peter Cech, who I'm loving as sporting director, by the way.
Seems everyone is. Again,
It's-
like Lampard, right? He
he's-
seems to be a good bridge between
Yeah.
Lampard and the board. It's
He's
great.
come out and said, look, we believe in Kepa. He's a great keeper. He's had a bad season, but, we're still backing him. One, we're not going to sell him if our sporting director is slagging him off. Two, he's Spain's number one keeper because De Gea is worse technically.
well,
And I think this signing, Onana or Mendy, was not going to be a Jan Oblak and right, cool, you're off. It's right, cool, we've got another option, so we have competition for places.
I'd add something to that, which I agree with what you've just said, but you've also got to remember, as long as a player is under contract, you're not also going to see the sporting director openly slagging them off. There's always an element of PR involved.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. It's like we can't sell him if we're slagging him off. But I don't think we're going to sell him because I don't think we're going to get the money that we want for him.
We're going to make a loss on him. That's as and
If
when
we
do,
sell
we'll
him,
make-
it might be a loan situation. And he has
Maybe.
a great season at Valencia on loan or wherever.
I think a
I
loan
want
move
Nick
would be good for
Pope.
him.
I just want Nick Pope.
I don't
at
think it's
Chelsea.
happening. I think it's kind of like, okay, look, they're not willing to sell.
Having-
He's
yeah.
kind of happy there. He's pushing for an England.
Oh,
sort
he
of
needs
place.
to be in England. He needs to be.
I mean,
England's number one.
having been to a university which is run by the chairman of Burnley Football Club, I can safely say you will not be getting a deal out of them because he can't even sort us out a student union bar. So, outside of that, I mean, we'll have to see.
Shots
I'm
fired.
sure that's
You
his
watching?
priorities. Like-
Yeah, that's my priority. It was I wanted a student union bar. We didn't have one, but
You didn't
whatever.
have a student union
Didn't
bar.
have a student union bar.
No, they had a student area with discounted drinks
Just
that was
a
still
prof
over a
Or something
fiver.
like that. What is Burnley like as a university?
Well,
town?
we weren't at Burnley. We were at the Wembley campus.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was that? Westminster? No.
The Alpha
you
Beta
said-
Sigma Wembley chapter of
The-
the Burnley
Yeah,
lot.
you had Burnley, Manchester, and Wembley as the three campuses.
For what?
It was a football university.
You went to football university.
I did go to football university. I have a degree in football. So whenever someone says you don't know what you're talking about, shove that up your ass. Have that.
You learn something new. You can get a degree in football. Is that the Beckham one that you did? There was David Beckham studies, wasn't there?
No, it was David Beckham study.
There was a David Beckham studies degree, I think.
Is that? Oh, seriously? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
wouldn't
well,
surprise
you
me.
studied football, bruv.
David,
Really?
I'm checking this. This is mad. I don't know why it's all in capitals. Oh my god, a David Beckham degree at
Staffordshire
Staffordshire
University.
Uni.
To be, you can literally study anything at uni now. You can go study Lord of the Rings if
30
you want.
grand.
Well,
You can spend 30 grand to study memes as well. That's another thing they're doing in, I think it's Netherlands.
Mm.
There's actually a course where you can study memes.
yeah, but there's so much money to be made in memes. It's ridiculous.
True.
yeah.
So much goddamn money.
The meme economy is a big. Invest in this meme now.
They'll be like,
Sing you Bitcoin.
Yeah. Got this new joke on.
So, get the frog. He'll cost you this.
Yeah.
much.
I resent that statement.
Le frog. Was it right?
No French woman harmed in the making of this podcast.
Yet.
But I mean, that's pretty much it, really, isn't it? We've covered everything. How long have we been going?
40 minutes. I just
40
realised I
minutes.
plugged the laptop in.
So I think, is there anything else we want to cover? We've covered Kai Havertz. We spoke a bit about him. Spoke about Hakim Ziyech and how his frame could potentially be an issue. Timo Werner getting off the mark against Brighton is another thing as well.
And scoring at international level for Germany, and it was did you see it?
It was a great
It was
goal.
a great goal.
Like, wiggle through three or four
so composed.
But
I'm genuinely. This is the most excited I've been going into a season in years. Years, and even the seasons where like we won the league under Conte. I've raised this with you. You called me that season repeatedly, and to your credit, at the time it would have made sense. You know, I was going on about, yeah, we're winning, we're top of the league. I'm not feeling this team. I never got really on board with the way Conte played football. I loved watching Diego Costa bully people. Don't get me wrong.
No, I loved it.
That was such fun. I did not like the Conte brand of football. Hated Sarri ball. Hated it.
I'm an eternal optimist, and I was kind of like, okay, cool. Look, I just back whoever we've got.
I don't
And-
know, mate. I'll back them. But, you know, it's like when, you know, it's like seeing through a glass type thing. You know, well, you don't know, but you can see certain things, and joining the dots, you kind of think, ugh, I don't like where that's heading. And that's what happened in the second season with Conte. It all kind of unraveled. And you've got it on record, me saying that I don't like what I'm seeing here. It looks too defensive. It looks like the guy doesn't have a plan B, and that's what happened. This is legitimately the most excited I've been going into a season in years.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Saturday, or for Monday, technically. But
I think the Premier League is going to be really interesting to watch. I think, should we all watch it together on Monday night? Do you fancy it?
Well, we're going to be doing the pod, aren't we?
We will be. We could see if might be able to do a watch along, see if we can figure that out.
Figure that out. I don't know if the studio will be ready yet. I could bring my dodgy Amazon thing in.
Oh, yes. To be fair, I've got. I
what,
think-
be out?
Be out.
Welcome to Be Out Sports. Hello! No!
To be honest, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you thought South Americans like sports commentators can make the deadest game sound interesting, Arab commentators can.
Oh, mate.
That's just tiki taka. That's tiki taka at the back.
When I get bored of listening to Alan Smith, I usually change it to like Italian commentary.
Yeah.
I like my favorite thing was it's like, do you know that you know the Labrooks guy?
No.
Do you remember the Labrooks guy? Do you remember that? Yeah, the old Italian commentator. Was
Oh yeah.
Labrooks, the game on. Yeah, he's like, he does stuff. He's basically the Jeff Stelling of Italy.
Yeah.
So I whack him on in the background sometimes when I'm watching it.
Nice.
Brilliant. It's so funny because he gets really excited over nothing.
Yeah.
And
Where do you think we're finishing this year? I know we're going to do this month by month recurring segment, but if we could take a look at the season now, take a stab at it, where do you think we're finishing?
I'd say third. For me, I know there's a lot of pressure on Chelsea now because of the signings we've made.
Huge.
But I don't feel that pressure is validated yet, considering the level that
Liverpool and City.
they're still
Their
miles
squad-
ahead.
City's squad is just phenomenal, and
It's-
Liverpool's team is just
It's a well-oiled machine.
is one of the best in Europe, probably behind Bayern.
Bayern, yeah.
Yeah,
Germans.
Mm.
don't-
And
White.
have they signed?
Oh my
have they-
God.
Have they have they signed?
this is the least PC podcast I've ever been on. And we're never
Good,
getting a brand
good,
deal.
good. It's all well intended, you know. We don't mind gays or Germans.
But what about gay
Bayern
Germans?
fans. What's
Louis, it's all right, honey bunny. Breathe,
all
breathe,
right.
breathe. It's just jokes. It's just jokes.
I'm sat with two old men who have no filter. It's brilliant. I love it.
what was
The younger generation just need to
Have they
fucking
signed-
war harden up.
Have Liverpool signed Thiago?
No, they haven't
So
got
that's
Alcantara.
hinging on whether Gino Wijnaldum goes to Barca because Ronald Koeman wants him and Memphis Depay. So if he
what's
goes-
that about?
He's just going to be the Dutch side, isn't it? And Messi. And I'm happy Messi playing next to Griezmann.
So have you seen-
Is Griezmann going?
Oh, yeah, I think he's on his way out as well. My friend, did you see the meme when Barca released their fixtures? It was brilliant. Someone quote tweeted it and said Barca released the fixtures, and it was the bit of Mr. Gilbert from the In-Betweeners going, "You can go if you like, but I won't be there." And it doesn't, he's taking the piss. It's fantastic.
Say thank you, Mr. Gilbert.
Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. I love that show so much.
Never mind, the Buzzcocks is coming back. And
Full disclaimer, I've never watched it.
Oh, it's so good. We can.
and I've heard that a certain comedian who is in the In-Betweeners is going to be the guy hosting it.
Oh,
Mr.
Jake.
Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert hosting Never Mind the Buzzcock. Is Phil Jupiter's going to be back on it? Though? That's all I want to know.
Don't think so. I think it's got. I think they've got like a new team captains.
Can we do?
But I'm just glad it's back. It was the best panel show.
Oh, I love
And
that.
they kept, fucking.
Is it better than 8 out of 10 cats?
Yes.
Yeah.
My panel show
Yeah.
ratings. It probably goes.
You're not a fan of Jimmy Carmouche?
I love Jimmy Carr, but I just think it's got too tame. Like 8 out of 10 cats and Mock the Week is kind of like. I liked it when my sense of humor. I'm quite dark. When
Frankie Boyle.
Frankie Boyle was
Yeah.
horrendous.
He's good. I like
Before, new Frankie Boyle is a bit more watered down. He's a bit more
Louis.
mature. Yeah, exactly.
Just
He's still great, but I back in the day, it just seemed to be. God, we are sounding old. In my day, a joke was a joke. You could say something horrendous.
oh my God.
God almighty.
You can just end it by going, JK, just kidding.
Just kidding.
Mooch, just to wrap it up, where do you think we're finishing?
I think it's going to be third if I'm feeling lucky, which I'm not. Possibly second, depends on the capitulation of. I think Liverpool are going to struggle. I think City will win it. Liverpool comes second. We might be pushing Liverpool.
So let me put a little. Let me put a little suggestion.
Back-to-back
out there.
titles is hard to do.
Very hard.
It's hard to do, and City are going to come back with a vengeance.
Or are they?
Yeah.
I mean, they've literally got their shirt. It's built for their season crumbling. Have you seen it? It's like got loads of cracks in it.
Yeah, I remember we went and did the shirt review,
Mooch
which
didn't
I was
like that.
very into. no, it's all right. But
Let me-
Why are we here? Literally your words.
Let me,
What am I doing?
Let me float this idea to you both. So, I agree with you. You say that it's very hard to retain the league.
motivating those players is
Absolutely. Now, this is all hypothetical, of course. Like, don't take this as gospel or anything. Like, but as well-oiled as that Liverpool machine is, yeah, it is hard to win the league. The teams play that much harder against you. All the teams are out for your scalp. So that's an element. I don't think City have brought in enough players to actually give them a proper renovation.
Who they
I
brought
think
in?
Laporte will be back this season.
Laporte will be back.
I think basically they've got a bigger squad and there's been less rest. So I think they'll
Is
have
Sergio Aguero still around?
Yeah. He's still here, but he's been a bit injured.
Mm-hmm.
I think the squad depth will show. I think because of Kenneth and the season sort of being pushed back, such a small sort of summer. Liverpool's style of play, which is so high intensity, it's kind of playing 2 seasons back to back, and I think they might come short. And City, although they also play high intensity, have got more quality and depth, and I think that's where it will.
I'm just going to come out and ask what I'm thinking. Is there any scope, do you two reckon, for us to actually win the league?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm just being. I don't want to be overconfident. I saw how we defended last season.
Right.
I don't know if
with Thiago Silva.
with Thiago Silva with a sort of rejuvenated strike force who will bag these XGs, then we might see off teams. But I still think it's a 3-4 year process, just like it was for Liverpool and Klopp. You know, he said, "Look, 4 years time, we're going to be challenging," and they was
I
it
don't
three,
know.
three
That's
when they
what
started it.
that's what everyone said when Abramovich arrived in 2003.
Yeah,
That's a
and look,
3-4 year project.
And we were the same
Straight
with
off the
Conte. With Antonio Conte, we were right. We've lost these. We've just been dicked by Arsenal. One little switch of formation, and the team is just a different beast. We go on some massive winning streak, and
if we
just
can
do the-
sort out our defensive frailties, especially from set pieces, and these are all ifs. So that if Liverpool do have that difficulty of keeping such a high tempo, and if City, as I honestly believe they will, are going to quote you, crumble a lot more than people realize, I think that they're in for a rude awakening, City. Oh, touch wood.
But then United was strong at the end of the season with Bruno.
United, I believe, are going to
be an issue.
Well, that'll be an issue. But whilst Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is in charge, they won't win anything.
I don't know if that's true. It's kind of like a similar situation to Frank. In that, like,
I feel Frank's got that killer instinct. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I don't feel has.
You think he's too nice?
I think he's way too nice.
I don't think he is. I remember watching some of the games with the fake crowd noises off, and he was fucking giving it. So, and I think you'll find he's actually look at how he's been cutthroat. He kind of he was like, look, I don't want players like that at the club. He was trying to get rid of Pogba until Pogba kind of stepped up. So I don't think it's just the face. He just looks like Mr. Bean or whatever. So it's kind of
Nordic Mr. P,
Teacher Bean. So I think he gets. That's what people think. I don't think he's a nice guy when it comes to sort of coaching. You know, he's more ruthless than his face looks. And I think they're going to be
face killer.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a competing side again. As much as it pains me, because I'd love to see United crumble.
I think, yeah.
Arsenal have made some decent signings. Arteta,
They're
is
not winning shit
no.
league-wise when
I'm not
Arteta's
saying
there.
they're winning league.
They're not qualifying for the Champions League when
I think-
Arteta's
I
there.
think-
I don't think Arteta's the problem. I think Arteta's a good coach. I just think
He's
that
fine.
it's the structure above him when they want to sign players and they won't be able to.
Yeah,
because
that
of the
club's
finance.
fucked.
Well, he came
That-
out and said it. It was just like, I'm going to need backing, and I don't think I'm going to get it here. Ancelotti's making moves. I mean, they had a crap season, but with some of the players that he's getting, the quality's there. Leicester, have they signed? They didn't sign Tagliafico. They signed someone else, didn't they? At
Whoever
left
they
back.
signed aside, Brendan Rodgers is one hell of a manager. I think he is a brilliant manager, Brendan Rodgers. He really gets results out of not much.
He's done well at Leicester. Leicester have had great.
Remember
sort
how
of-
well he did at Liverpool?
Yeah, for one
Yeah.
and a bit seasons.
Yeah.
So they've signed. They haven't signed a left back actually. They signed a right back.
Oh,
They signed Timothy Castagna
Castagna.
from Atalanta for 21 mil.
Castagna.
No, he's Belgian.
Yeah. Castagna.
He's Castagna. Oh,
Well, they kinda speak French there, don't
I
they?
thought you were
Yeah.
Italian then.
Castagna.
Castagna, whatever.
You're Lebanese, aren't you? Can you speak any? Is Arabic they speak?
They speak French. Lebanon colonized by the French. So they speak French, Arabic, and English.
Libanais.
Oh, wow.
And I don't speak
Mon petit
Arabic
Libanais.
or French.
Oh yeah. By the way, big up Lebanon.
Oh,
Try and
yeah.
help.
If we're plugging anything, I'm doing a Beirut fundraiser.
Yes.
Thursday
Great plugging there.
I
mate.
know. I've got a lot on.
Big up Lebanon on
Thursday, 17th of September.
What are we doing? What are you doing?
It's just a comedy night
Yes, we're
down
there.
here at Vauxhall Comedy Club. Some great comics. Jade Adams, Shapi Shandy, Rich Wilson, Esther Manito, Fatia El Gori, some others who I have forgotten. I haven't booked it. I'm just kind of I'm doing the bits here
I'm
at
on the
the
bottom
venue.
of the bill as well, by the way.
He's nowhere near the stage.
No, but yeah, I think we'll definitely.
Yeah.
So make sure you come down to that if you are. We're actually currently filming in
Vauxhall Comedy Club.
yeah, right behind us. I mean, I
I need
think
to pay that
I
something.
will. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll actually be able to see. So we've actually got chairs. So at one point, when obviously COVID allowing and when stuff-
Kenneth allowing.
Sorry, well
You fucked it now.
Kenneth allowing.
Global
we-
bastard.
Yeah, we would like to do some live shows. So if people are interested, there are seats. We will be selling tickets.
Let's get
Nick, I'll be on the
episode
door.
2 out.
Let's get. No, but I'm running before we can walk. I'm trying to help. Okay. No, but yeah. So we're doing loads of stuff. But yeah, that's it. So I think we're going to finish third. I think we'll win a trophy this year, but I don't think it'll be the league. You've gone potentially second.
No, I'm third, but I think we'll be pushing whoever is second.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be a 30-point gap between
No.
us and.
Hell no. I'm third, and I think stars aligning could win it.
What's your predictions for top 4?
Realistic or stars aligning?
Just what do you predict will happen?
Liverpool,
Realistic.
Chelsea, City, United.
I go that, but I'd switch us and City. I go us third. City.
I'm going to go City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United.
Okay. Well, let's make a note of that for the end of the season. And yeah, I can't. find my
Make a
notes.
note faster.
There we go. Shut up. There we go. There we go. Write it down afterwards. But yeah, that's it. I think we're done for today. So, guys, if you've enjoyed the podcast, please do make sure you follow us on YouTube and all that stuff. You know what? I know Mooch does the plugs really well. Mooch, go for it.
Please don't forget to tickle that bell. Where is it? It's down there.
Is that actually a bell we can tickle?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Oh no, so I'm not pointing to Nick's dick.
No, I was talking
No,
about
my
an actual
bell. My bell.
Please tickle the bell, subscribe. We've asked some questions. Put some comments down here. We don't really care what you think. It's just for the algorithm.
No, please, we do care. We do care.
No, we do. We'll reply. Or he will.
He'll answer the comments.
Follow Louis Beneventi for all his Chelsea insights on his channel, which he does. We used to do daily, but now after the movie, it's been a bit more less frequent. But he will be back.
I'll get my back.
Movie Madness podcast.
Movie Mount Rushmore
Movie Mount
every
Rushmore.
single Sunday on all podcasting platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Pod Chaser, Podbean, Castbox, Deezer, all of them. Or if you like wrestling, you can find the Ministry of Wrestling every single Saturday, also on all podcast platforms.
Do you like wrestling, mate?
No,
No, neither do I. Fantastic. Cool.
I've got lots of friends who do.
No, I don't know. We're going off on a
I've
tangent
got-
again. Listen, if you enjoy wrestling, you enjoy movies, you enjoy comedy, you enjoy whatever we talk about, check us out. Take care. We'll see you later. Thank
Bye.
Bye, guys.
you. That is the least.